Jose Miola's mounted a powerful critique of the what he calls abdication of responsibility of the law in relation to healthcare. And you need to decide how much certainty you think is required before we can have the degree of predictability that enables people to plan their lives, a key requirement of the rule of law. You also need to decide how much you're prepared to trust doctors with decision making in this area. Because another challenge to the rule of law requirements is whether or not we have left doctors insufficiently accountable for the decisions that they make. But when you make that decision about where you're going to stand on that position, think carefully not just about the question of whether anyone should be above the law, but also how effective you think lawmakers are at understanding what's at stake. And bear in mind the fact that the general public trusts health professionals more than almost any other group in society, very much more than they trust lawyers and parliamentarians. And ask yourself how well you think the law has been adapted to get the right outcome in the areas that we've considered. Because it wouldn't be a very attractive idea to promote a formal and strong rule of law if what that meant that we didn't get the healthcare that we wanted. So that might be the key perspective you have a look at when you're considering whether or not you like the critique that Jose and others have put forward, or whether you prefer my view, which is that the courts deliberately integrate medical values and legal values, and they do that because actually they trust doctors more than they trust lawyers with the formulation of the outcomes that are required and the values that need to be brought to bear. It doesn't mean the doctors are not accountable, but it means the degree of accountability you have enables there to be a degree of indeterminacy, and you have to live with that and think that can be integrated into our ideas of the rule of law if you're going to put up with what I think is the dominant approach to healthcare law, at least historically, in this country. So that's a really big question, and you need to make your own mind up where you stand on that.